Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. I just want to highlight and compliment somebody that I had a phone screen with late last week. We'll call her Mary. Her real name wasn't Mary, but for this exercise, and for a lot of these exercises, I use Mary as the name. She was absolutely fantastic. And I want to share that with you because often on this podcast, we're giving you all the things that the candidate did wrong so you can learn from those. But in this case, I want to highlight the positives. First, Mary had studied the job posting thoroughly. She had studied the company we were representing thoroughly, and she had studied Riderflex and myself thoroughly. That was evident throughout the process. She knew her stuff. She knew everything about the company, us, me, you name it. She had done her homework. It was beautiful. And she did a great job of highlighting and complimenting just a few things about the company, us, Riderflex, throughout the interview to establish a positive emotional connection. It was beautiful. Then from there, she had a great opening. The opening of, hey, tell me about yourself, which is what most recruiters start with. It was beautiful. She had practiced it. She included a little bit of personal stuff. She included highlights from her career, major accomplishments, etc. It was a work of art, and it wasn't too long. Then from there, in the middle part of the interview, she knew what parts of the job requirement might be missing from her background. And it was only 2 or 3 little things that weren't quite perfect fits, but she was ready for it. She knew it. She was ready for me to challenge her on it, and she had the perfect counter argument for each one and addressed it beautifully. From there, she had great closing statements. She was ready for a nice close. It was beautiful. She reemphasized all the reasons she was the right person for the job. Then she finished that off with 2 or 3 key questions she had prepared ahead of time. Folks, then she ended it up with some nice personal, just a couple of comments about how things were going, whether it was the weather or whatever. We talked, just chatted for a minute. She was very personable. It was beautiful. And that's exactly how you do a phone screen. You're ready for all of those things. And I often, on this podcast, like I said, I'm always kind of jamming up and using examples of people that screwed up. But this one late last week was beautiful. And I just wish that a lot more candidates would prepare that thoroughly. And guess what? Here's the most important part. You guessed it. She's moving on to the next round and is the lead candidate for the spot so far. And there you go, folks. There's your tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.